Hey guys, this is Justin at the Survivor Review, and today I have some Blu-ray pickups to show you guys, spanning from the end of October through now the end of November, which includes Black Friday. Seeing that due to the world and how everything is, most places have started their Black Friday sales early, and I've already been able to get everything that I really wanted. There were a handful of things that I'm still not sure on, that I'm still kind of like, indecisive on, that I might pick up at some point, but these are kind of like the main items that I got. I'm going to start with the Black Friday stuff. It's not a whole lot. This isn't like a huge pickup video, and like the Black Friday stuff is only like 4 things, but there's still a handful of good stuff in here, and I'm going to start with that since it's the most relevant thing and kind of work my way back to the other items. Starting with the first one that I got, which I actually got on November 1st. Like, that's how early some of these sales started, which I love. I'm actually really happy they did that. I really like that they did that. It makes things a lot easier and less of a pain to do. And this movie is a Steelbook for my second favorite movie of last year, the newest film from Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now, for some reason, I didn't get the Steelbook when it first came out. I don't know why. And then it eventually just went out of print and just disappeared, so I was kind of kicking myself. And I never picked up the movie, but then it came back, and it was on sale for $14.99. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to get that. This does include the 4K Blu-ray and everything. So there's the back there, the Jingham. Taking that off. I know a lot of people didn't like the artwork on this Steelbook, and I don't think it's the greatest. I feel like they could have done better. But the more I look at it, the more I like it. I like the old school look of it, especially with like the image with the little white border around it. Then you have that. Got the back. I love that the dog is the back cover, because if maybe you've seen this movie, you know that the dog is as much of a character in this as the other actors. So I love that the dog is in there. The spine. Alright. And inside there you got, of course, the digital copy code. And then you have the 2 discs there. I got the Blu-ray right there. And the 4K right there. And the inside art right there. Kind of not the most exciting inside art, but it's okay. Yeah, I'm really glad I was able to get this after missing out on it last year. Also, it goes with my slowly growing Tarantino Steelbook collection. I only have Reservoir Dogs, Django Unchained, and Hateful Eight in Steelbooks, and I really hope to get the rest of his movies at some point in Steelbooks. I've seen them around and everything, so I'm glad to get this one in a Steelbook, and it's a really nice one. Like I said, I know the artwork isn't ideal, and they could have used that amazing theatrical poster for the movie, but the more I look at it in person, it's actually not bad. It's a pretty nice looking Steelbook. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this is the Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, so I got this at Best Buy. I forgot to throw that part out there. And my next one is a sequel to an iconic horror classic that was surprisingly great, and that's Dr. Sleep. Now, this one I actually only got for $4, and it's kind of a whole story with this one, is that I saw it on Amazon for $4, I jumped on it, I'm like, yes, that's what I want, and then when I got it from Amazon, it came with the slipcover, and the entire back, like from the side here to the back there, was just ripped off. And that really bummed me out. I was like, really? I mean, the slipcover isn't the greatest thing, but if I'm going to get a slipcover, I want it to be like in good shape. And so I returned that one and saw that this was also on sale at Target for $4, and there's a Target right down the street from me. So I just ran to Target and picked it up, and that's how I got this one. So yeah, you got the front right there, to the back, and the spine. I mean, yeah, $4 is a really good price for this. Like, I can't argue with that. And the inside, there's the same thing as the normal one. And inside here, you got the digital copy code and the 2 discs. It's a 2-disc set with the theatrical cut right there and the director's cut right there, which I highly recommend the director's cut. That's actually my preferred version of the film. It's not like a radically different cut, it's just expanded more and has a lot more extra like character stuff that I feel like really adds to the movie. So I highly recommend checking out the director's cut if you can. Though if you only see the theatrical one, like, you can't go wrong with that. You're still gonna get a good movie out of it, but I highly recommend the director's cut. So yeah, that's Dr. Sleep. I just need to get The Shining on Blu-ray. I still have like an old DVD of it, so hopefully I'll get that and I'll have both films on Blu-ray, which would be awesome. And next is another great film from 2019, another one that made my best of the year list, and that is Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler. Now, I think I mentioned this in my video. I feel like this movie should be called Stress the Movie, because it is such a stressful movie to watch, but it's so good. I got this at Best Buy for $5.99, so not a bad price. Also got it with a nice slipcover. This is a really good looking slipcover. Okay, I love the shine on everything. There's even little pieces of like jewelry and stuff on Adam Sandler there that shine as well, which is really cool. I love it. It has a nice feel to it. It's a really good slipcover. You got the back right there. Spine there. It still kind of continues the shininess to it, which is really cool. Yeah, this movie is so good. Like, I highly recommend it. Amazing performance by Adam Sandler. Like, he is so good in this movie. He is Oscar worthy, in my opinion, in this movie. And this is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack with his digital copy code. And it has the DVD right there and the Blu-ray right there. So nice. Really sweet. Really happy to have this. I do want to watch this again. I know it's on Netflix. I never got around to watching it again on Netflix, but since I have it on Blu-ray, I'll probably watch it again on Blu-ray. So the final Black Friday pickup for me is a movie by a filmmaker I highly respect and really like, even though his recent output has been the best, even including this movie, and that is Jay and Silent Bob Reboots. Now, I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. I love his View Askew movies. I really like Tusk. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. I actually saw this in theaters last year. I saw it as a double feature with Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and then this one, which was a lot of fun. It was a really fun night, but I think this movie was the greatest. I thought it was just okay. I got this for $5.99, Best Buy. Can't go wrong with that. I really wanted to get it for my Kevin Smith / View Askew collection. Sadly didn't get it with the slipcover, which is a bummer, but not the worst thing in the world. I'm kind of surprised though, because my store had a bunch of copies of this with the slipcover on that I saw throughout the month. And then this is the only one that I picked up like on Sunday when all the deals dropped, because I was waiting for this one. And I did curbside pickup, so I didn't go in and get it. When the guy handed me it without a slipcover, I'm like, oh, I was kind of expecting one, but I'll live. You know, slipcover isn't a deal breaker for me. I still got the movie for cheap, and that's all that matters. So you got the front right there. To the back, have this spine. And inside with a digital copy code and just the one Blu-ray disc. So yeah, I'm really glad to have this for my Kevin Smith collection, since I've been collecting all the View Askew films and some of his other films. So I'm really glad to have it for that. And I'm glad I actually didn't pick this up earlier when I was gonna, because actually this was like back in October, and it has to do with the next item that I have. I was in a big Kevin Smith like mood, and I was like, crap, I don't have Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. And I was at Best Buy, and it was like $12, and I was like, I should just get it. It's $12, why not? And then I'm like, you know what, I don't need it right now. I don't need to get it. It's just kind of an impulse thing. And then I saw in the ad that was going to be $5.99. I'm like, perfect. I'm really glad I waited. So yeah, that's all my Black Friday pickups. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a couple other things I might want to get. So I might get a couple other things down the line, but those are kind of the big ones. So the next pickups I have are just other things that I acquired like at the end of October and the beginning of November, starting with another Kevin Smith film that was released by the good people at Arrow Video, Mallrats. Now, that's why I wanted to get Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, because I got Mallrats, and also this was the first View Askew movie that I got on Blu-ray. I own all the other ones on DVD. So I'm like, I really want to start like getting all those movies on Blu-ray again, which is kind of a pain because a lot of them are out of print for some reason, so it's really frustrating. I really like Mallrats. This is a really fun and entertaining movie. So it's really great to have this snazzy release from Arrow. It's really nice. I've already watched through a lot of it, and like all the bonus features on it. So the front here on the slipcover is the new artwork they did, which is actually really cool. I actually like that new artwork. And the back, like most Arrow releases, just has all the words and descriptions. Spine there. Sorry, I think for some reason the white color on here is like completely screwing my lighting and making everything dark. I apologize for that. And inside here, I have already reversed the artwork to be the original poster art. Because you can't. That poster art's so good. Like, it's so great. You can't not have that as the artwork for the movie. And the back there, same thing, bunch of words. And the spine. Now inside here, this is a 2-disc set. It's got a lot of good stuff. It has both the theatrical cut and extended cut. And even has the TV cut with all the really funny, like, goofy redubs, including the fact that they didn't have Jason Mewes to redub all the Jake stuff. So it's this totally different voice doing it. I've watched through it. It's pretty hilarious. The first disc right there. Cool. Which has the theatrical cut, and then the second disc right there. So it has the extended cut and TV cuts. And then inside here you'll see how the reverse artwork with the new artwork right there. And then you have a bunch of booklets and stuff here with it. Well, not a bunch, you have one. You have this booklet here, which then kind of like has a couple essays talking about the movie and everything. And stuff like that. Stanley. That's awesome. And then the coolest thing, you have blueprints. They're reproductions of Jay and Silent Bob's blueprints that they had in the movie, which is pretty awesome. Front and back. So yeah, that's great. I love that. I love this little added stuff to these releases. And yeah, I'm really glad to have this to kind of grow my Arrow collection, which I feel like I'm slowly growing. I'm starting to acquire more from there because I feel like I'm starting to treat the Arrow releases like how I treat Steelbooks. And then I'll buy a Steelbook for a new movie right away because it's limited, so it's going to sell out. And then I always like sit on Arrow limited edition releases because I'm like, you know, well, it's not going to sell out right away. Then they sell out and then, you know, I can't get them again. So I'm like, I'm going to treat these like my Steelbooks. If a new limited edition comes out that I want, I'm just going to pick it up right away. So that's what I did with this one, which is an awesome release. Really cool. It'd be cool if Arrow got more like Kevin Smith movies. I'd be down for that. So then that brings us to the kind of like, I call my Halloween purchases. So the first one is the Tobe Hooper / Steven Spielberg classic Poltergeist, which I got for like $8 at Best Buy. I really wanted to get this on Blu-ray because I have it on DVD, and over the summer I got the Poltergeist 2 and Poltergeist 3 Blu-rays from Scream Factory that went out of print. And I'm like, I felt really bad owning the kind of mediocre sequels on Blu-ray and not the original classic. So I'm like, when October comes, I'm so gonna find this Blu-ray and pick it up. If it's gonna be like, I'm sure it's gonna be on sale somewhere for the season and everything. And it kind of was. It's not the like lowest price, but not bad. And now I have the whole Poltergeist trilogy on Blu-ray, which makes me really happy. I still really wish that there was more bonus features on this. Like, I know there's a lot of stuff they can't do because it's a whole, like, you know, Steven Spielberg controversy where it's like, did he direct the movie or did he not? But I wish they would produce more bonus features and make a really cool collector's edition of this film because it really deserves it. Inside there, you got just one disc. Yeah, I'm glad to have this on Blu-ray for the Poltergeist collection. And then the next one is a horror-related Blu-ray that I kind of got for free. It's for the Hugh Jackman monster movie, Van Helsing, which is kind of a guilty pleasure movie of mine. I remember this movie being a big deal when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, I loved the Universal monster movies, and this was like supposed to be the big tribute to it. Like, it has the opening scene in black and white, and I remember this movie being a huge deal, like for me at least, especially because this prompted them to release all those Legacy Collection box sets, which are like the first DVD box sets of the Universal like monster movies. I remember wanting those so bad. I never actually got them, but I wanted those. I saw them at the stores all the time, and I was just dying to get those. And I don't know, this movie it's kind of like the Mummy movies, which is, you know, it's from the same director as those, where it has that kind of guilty pleasure kind of silliness. And like I said, I got this for free because my family is selling my grandparents' condo, and we were cleaning the place out, and we came across like a bunch of these movies. Most of them are DVDs and everything. There's a bunch of stuff like the Dark Knight Rises and like Skyfall, and then I'm assuming they were, including this, that I'm assuming were just like from my uncle who just gave them, like, who just brought them to the condo so my grandparents had something to watch, you know? And I saw this there, I'm like, oh, it's Blu-ray. I'm like, huh. You know, I'm like, you know, if somebody claims this, I'll take it. And my grandpa's like, yeah, just take it. Who cares? You know, it's yours now. And my mom's like, yeah, that's been sitting in the condo for 3 years. So if someone wanted it back, they would have taken it by now. So I was like, yeah, why not? So I got Van Helsing on Blu-ray. So, nice there. And the inside there. Yeah, not bad for free, you know what I mean? If I'd have to pay anything for it, you know, not a bad thing. And my last one's kind of weird because it's not exactly a release as much as it's a bonus disc for a release. And this is a DVD. It's the bonus disc for the Crystal Lake Memories Friday 13th documentary. So this is pretty cool because there's this epic Friday the 13th documentary called Crystal Lake Memories. So it's like over 6 hours long. And when it first came out on Blu-ray, I think it was only exclusively on their website they had this bonus disc that has over 4 hours of extended interviews. And it came and went. It's been out of print for a while now, goes for a lot of money. And just recently, I'm assuming due to the like Friday the 13th 40th anniversary, and also probably to tie into the release of the Shout Factory box sets, they did a limited run on their bonus disc, which is only available to order for like 1 month, like throughout September. And what I find funny is that I actually don't own Crystal Lake Memories yet. I still need to pick it up, especially after getting that Shout Factory box set. I want to get that documentary to have like the complete collection. You know, but I do need to get it. I haven't even seen the whole thing yet. I've seen bits and pieces. And it's really good. It's similar to the Never Sleep Again Nightmare on Elm Street documentary, which I love. So I really want to sit down and check out that whole thing. But yeah, it's a cool little bonus disc. I'm really glad to get it, and we'll eventually add it to the Crystal Lake Memories Blu-ray once I get it. Like I said, it is a DVD disc. And then the back artwork there, which has just the chapters list. It actually has extended interviews for every film in the series, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they did that. I think that's really neat that they offered that again. And it's cool for Friday the 13th collectors who didn't get this on the first run to add it to their collection. It's a really neat thing, and I'm glad to have it. So yeah, that's kind of my recent Blu-ray pickups, including like Halloween-related items and Black Friday, which is weird saying that pre-Thanksgiving, but I am. Hope they keep that going. Although, just gotta say, I'm not sure how effective that was, because when all the deals dropped on Sunday, when I went to the store for the curbside pickup, like I saw people going in and out of that store. There's a lot of people there. Like the parking lot was filled, so I'm like, it's basically the same thing. It's just not happening on a Friday or a Thursday night, so I don't know how much this really helps, but I do know a lot of people did curbside pickup or online purchases, so I'm sure that helped a little bit. But I hope this is something that they keep going, at least dropping certain deals early on so you can get stuff right away and don't have to worry about it. You can just focus on the holiday, you know? What a rant on that. Sorry about that. And yeah, that's my recent Blu-ray haul. A lot of good stuff there. And yeah, that's all I have to say for now. So until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.